Hi, it's Kane Hodder, Jason from Friday the 13th. You're watching Slash and Cast. Keep watching, or I'll kill you and your whole family.
What's going on, horror fans? Welcome back to another episode of Slash and Cast. My name is Riley. That is Nick. Before we get things started, of course, make sure you check out our streams. There will be a decent amount this week. We tried Call of Duty when it came out, ran zombies, multiplayer. Didn't have huge numbers on YouTube with it, so if we do one in the future, it'll be on Twitch. So follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/slashcast. But over here on YouTube, more F13 this week. We'll go back to the normal. All right? Also, we'll be at Days Dead Chicago. We're coming only 2 weeks away now. Less than 2 weeks away. So if you're in the Chicago area, Days at Chicago Horror Convention, a lot of fun, a lot of celebrity guests. You know, Kane Hodder's gonna be there. That's all you need to know. Now there's like Linda Blair, Steve Dash, CJ Graham, all the good ones. So if you like horror movies, which I imagine you do if you're here, go to Days at Chicago. It'll be a good time, and we'll be there. So that's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Also, make sure you join our Discord server. It's a great place, great community. All our content, including when we go live, every new video, and also movie nights are exclusive to our Discord server. We have little drive-in type elements, a little pre-show for then. You can come hang out, really, really chill, just watch some movies.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a lot of fun, so you really should join the Discord. Also, it's partnered.
Got the partnered hoodie.
I didn't get one. Isn't that some shit? I'm just kidding. Okay, let's jump into our news of the day. Friday the 13th The Game just dropped a new roadmap, an updated roadmap, and it wasn't simply just filling in the red spaces that we've gotten through. They changed the order of some things. They threw us for a loop. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over these changes, and we're also going to make some really bold predictions of what these items may be. First of all, one of the biggest changes is where they're flipping the game mode and the Jasons. Okay? So originally, after the snowflake, it could be the start of winter, it could be Christmas, either or, it doesn't really matter. We had new counselors, and then Jason, and then we had the new game mode, and it was in a long order. But now we have a map coming right before the snowflake, winter, Christmas, and then it's going to be counselors instead of the Jason, then the game mode, then single player challenges. But then you see like the clothing pack has been moved way back. And you know why that sucks? Because I thought it was going to be Christmas. I thought it was going to be Christmas clothing pack. It doesn't look like we're going to get a Christmas clothing pack if the content map is going off of this. I'm a little upset.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with that clothing pack.
No, just from like spacing out the content a decent amount, like it looks like it's going to land around February.
Right, if it's actually that spread out.
Right, so
if we get a Valentine's Day clothing pack, that's officially I'm stepping away now. That's one I can't do. Halloween was one thing, all right? The swimsuits was another, but you're killing me if you do.
I just don't see any theme. I feel like it would just be
regular
clothes, which, unless it's free.
Well, it could be interesting because it comes after we get counselors, right?
Right. I know exactly what you're going to go for.
Yeah, so we could get new clothes for all of those counselors, but we could actually end up finishing up and getting, bikinis and stuff. Well, not bikinis, just swimsuits in general or costumes for those counselors as well, and finish those off.
Yeah, and Mitch and Fox, who don't have any spring break.
Yeah, they don't have shit for clothes.
They don't.
I hope they add more free ones. Yeah, I hope they add more free ones for them.
But I wouldn't complain if we got a Cupid La Chapa for Valentine's Day.
God, come on, bro. But here's my actual guess for what that clothing pack be. If it's not going to be Christmas, I think it's going to be just a Camp Crystal Lake, a counselor clothing pack. Because we don't have one.
Yeah, just the regular, Camp Crystal Lake counselor.
Yeah, sure. Why isn't there one? I don't understand.
I'm surprised Kenny doesn't have one.
Yeah, the closest thing we've gotten to it is what you see on the swimsuit ones. Like you have Bugsy wearing the Crystal Lake shirt or the muscle shirt, that stuff.
Right.
But after that, we don't have anything really labeled Crystal Lake Counselor. So cooking and clothing pack dedicated to that.
Right. Also, heading back before the snowflake with the new counselor and the new map, does that mean we're going to get, a counselor that goes with a map?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not a Jason dropping at the same time as that map. And what we got with the Jarvis house was the Part 4 Jason going with it. So the fact there's not a Jason with it tells me it's not... It basically just says it's not going to be a Part 5 map
Or a
or a
Jason X
Jason X map. That's pretty much what it says. So if I were to guess, I mean, the most realistic one is Part 6 to me, Camp Forest Green. That one makes the most sense. Because, I don't know, visually, the other films don't really match up as far as, like, iconic locations, except for Part 8. But that's so challenging, and for that to come now, like that soon, I'd be pretty shocked.
Yeah.
Because that'd be tough as hell.
Yeah, so maybe that counselor will come with the map. Maybe we see Megan Garris.
Yeah, that would be so cool. And that's really the only person you could take. You could also take, I don't know. Yeah, see, I would like to see Adrian King really bad.
Yeah,
and but I mean, we know like Larry Zerner, for example.
Yeah,
is really interesting. But we already have Higgins Haven.
Again, maybe they're not related. Maybe we get Shelley and a Part 6 map.
Yeah, you'd think that at some point we'll get Shelley. The fact that Larry Zerner's always been interested, he plays the game on all consoles, and like. Why would they not want him in the game?
Right. He was at the motion capture studio the last time they were there.
Yeah. Come on. You got to have Shelley at some point, right? You would think. Now, as for the new Jason that's landing right next to the game mode, they intentionally put them side by side now. And I thought forever that was going to be Jason X. I can guarantee that one of those new Jasons is Uber Jason. There's no way it's not.
Right.
That would be a dumb decision for them not to put Uber Jason in. They have the rights. It was there. People wanted it. One of those Jasons has to be Uber Jason.
Or pre-Uber. It could be. But
Uber
be badass.
Yeah, I think because Uber stands out.
Right.
Oh, you can rub it in my face if I'm wrong. If one of those Jasons is an Uber Jason. But I'm like, it's got to be. But the fact that the new Jason's next to the game mode,
right,
which is paranoia, which we know is the hashtag #WhoIs5, it screams that Roy is coming to the game. But we thought that maybe he was devoted only to the game mode, and that Jason might not be related. But it makes sense for Roy to drop at the same time as the game mode that is devoted to the human, guessing who the counselor or guessing who Jason is.
Right.
But so
right, and before you go in the comments and say, "Oh, Roy was a human. He can't be in multiplayer be Jason. He can be killed easily." I mean, you can argue that Part 3 is human.
Part 2, Part 4.
Part 4. And watch the movie. Roy's a badass.
Yeah, Roy seriously, he's one of the best kills. He has some of the most brutal kills in the entire franchise. And that motherfucker bursted through doors.
Yeah.
He's gone through doors better than most Jasons have across the franchise.
Yeah. Before we go, we don't want to go into that again.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so, moving the new Jason next to that new game mode, it just screams that we're going to get Roy in the regular multiplayer mode. At the same time, we get, the new Paranoia game mode.
Yeah. So, super excited for the game mode. Now, the question is, people are asking, all right, where are we going after this content map? Okay. Will there be a new content roadmap?
The roadmap, it goes off the page.
It keeps going. It doesn't say stop.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I do think they have more game modes planned. So to me, that says that there's a further line.
Right.
But they're running out of Jasons.
Right. As for game modes, there could be a capture the mask type game mode that a few members of the community, tried that out months ago this summer.
Yeah.
Matt Iokai put that together. It was pretty fun, pretty good idea. Just the setup was insane, and then we only had a little bit of time to play the game. At what point do we start running out of stuff from the movies to put in? You have to add those new game modes or custom Jasons.
Yeah. We want to start getting more custom Jasons. Maps, we can still, a Part 8 map could come later. I mean, you can still get a Part 5 map, a Part 7 map. All that stuff can still happen. But Jasons is a tough one. Counselors, there's still a lot of people very much alive from this franchise that will happily sign over their likeness. So
Lar Park Lincoln has said that she is willing and she wants to be in the game.
Her character is so tough to put in the game.
Exactly. Powers, no powers, whatever.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people interested that are totally down to do it. So counselor-wise, you're all right. Just after you get past Jason X, where do you go then?
Right.
Because I'd like to see custom Jasons.
Depending on, if, New Line Cinema decides to budge with either Freddy vs. Jason or
the remake.
Or the remake.
Which I hope they do.
At least get the remake in there.
God,
the remake would be so cool.
It would be so cool. He'd be terrifying.
Yes.
It'd be so cool.
Yes.
Now, speaking of which, when we look at the Jason down the line that we're guessing right now is Uber Jason, since Part 5 got moved up, it is next to a new map. To us, it seems like those might go hand in hand. And I'm very, very confident that's got to be Jason X if the other one's part 5, if that was Roy. Spaceship map, is that happening? It's possible.
I mean, you know, I'm sure they've been working on a spaceship map since, or at least had the idea of what they want since they got the rights to Jason X.
Yeah. Maybe that new clothing that's right before it. Maybe that's
futuristic clothing. Ooh.
Yeah, it could be.
And then all that drops in one weekend?
Yeah.
The Jason X, the new map, and the futuristic clothing? Hey, that's pretty good.
Dude, that'd be nuts. That actually does make sense.
Yeah.
The clothing pack really
Yeah.
We're putting 2 and 2 together here. All right, I'm just saying.
it's a process when we don't think about what we're going to say.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the new roadmap layout. We have a long couple months ahead of us of getting all this stuff out. Well, probably more than a couple months. You're looking at probably 4 to 5 months, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at probably March.
Right. And then they start adding custom Jasons. You know, Prison Break Jason, which we talked about last week, 2 weeks ago.
I don't know.
Last week or 2 weeks ago.
At some point.
Yeah, you know, we talked about our idea for a custom Jason. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, go check out that video. A lot of F13 talk in that video too.
Yeah. So that's the roadmap. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
All right. You think what Jasons do you think are coming? What do you think about the game mode, first of all? Haven't got many opinions on that. And the clothing pack is what I'm actually curious about.
Yes.
Let us know. Let's move on to our next topic of the day. It's Friday the 13th, the game. Just kidding. It's Friday the 13th, but it's the Killer Puzzle app. Now, this is coming from the creators of Slay Away Camp, which is a really fun little game, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's on its way to from Blue Wizard Digital. So if you read on for the skinny and look for the Friday the 13th, the Killer Puzzle, it'll be back. We're looking at early 2018, so don't relax. But initially only be on mobile. The studio's Jason Kapalka had this to say: I was pretty nervous when we pitched the idea of a Friday the 13th puzzle game in the vein of Slay Away Camp to Sean Cunningham. Blue Wizard's Jason Kapalka tells us, not us exclusively, but I love the F13 films, but our game concept takes some pretty big liberties. We really couldn't go to the route the Gun Media game did. Yeah, exactly. With absolute photorealistic accuracy to the existing movies. So we were getting pretty wild with new environment concepts. I don't want to give away too much, but we sent Jason to a ski resort and a beach club for a starter. We definitely pick up some stuff later on with Uber Jason in space. After that, well, then it gets really different.
Yeah, you know, they put out a couple pictures, a couple graphics of what some of the stuff. Yeah, there's Jason just standing in darkness with snow. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, he's on a beach. Like, it's silly.
It just seems like a good time. If you played Slay Away Camp, you kind of understand the direction that it's going, obviously. It does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it does.
I'm excited for it. But obviously, don't compare it to Gun Media's
No,
Friday the 13th.
you can't.
It's a mobile game,
right?
All right. Anything F13, I'm all right with. Okay, and it's cool to see this franchise coming back to life.
Yes.
In whatever way, it's slowly building across a whole new generation of people. Maybe we'll get a movie again.
Yeah.
Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
Like
I said, they'll release early 2018, initially on mobile devices. All right. Keep your eye out for that. I'm sure we'll have more information in the near future. But let's move on to our next topic of the day. This is an interesting one. All right. Halloween 2018. I always get excited when we talk about this. All right. New Twitter pic from Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a cool one. All right. Halloween, of course, there had to be some sort of tease. You know, she had to do it. But she dropped this picture with the caption, "Some wounds never heal." Michael and I will see you all next Halloween, 10/19/18. Look at that beautiful, beautiful picture. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it's cool. You know, she's got the wound. All right.
Yeah.
So that was nice, a nice little touch. So that, like I said, that was just a tease. They're just keeping it hyped. Right. Don't forget about it.
Right. So also, it now seems that Zac Efron, yes, Zac Efron, may be joining Jamie Lee Curtis in a tweet, posted on Halloween. Efron unveiled a photo of himself along Jamie Lee Curtis with the caption, "On Michael Myers patrol, hashtag Jamie Lee Curtis, hashtag Happy Halloween."
So really? Come on now. Like, this is not confirmed. All right. Don't jump around yet. You fangirls out there. I'm fangirling.
Same.
To be honest, like I actually do like Zac Efron a lot.
Exactly.
I don't really know what his role would be.
Exactly. He's moved on from his High School Musical days. All right.
Yeah. He's one of those that didn't go nuts after Disney.
Right.
So good for him.
Right. He would have been, a good choice to play, Laurie Strode's child.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's interesting about the picture, it seems like it came possibly on set of Halloween. We know they're shooting in Charleston right now. I don't know where the picture was taken at.
No.
It doesn't. No information there. We'll have to look into Zac Efron's recent flights, see if he's in Charleston.
I'm on it.
It does make sense though. They're bringing in well-known people, like Judy Greer. We already knew about, but let's talk about that. Let's talk about old Judy Greer, who obviously came in as a daughter. Now a lot of people were upset, not because of Judy Greer, not because Judy Greer sucks. No. We all know if you're a Halloween fan that there's one person that should have been the daughter, and that was Danielle Harris, the scream queen, scream princess in this genre, because Jamie Lee Curtis still has that throne. So why didn't they do that? I don't know. Now people were afraid that Danielle Harris was going to be really upset. She did share a picture on Facebook with her, Tyler Mane, and Scout Taylor Compton, which had them all flipping off the camera. And she just left this is how we feel about not being in the new Halloween movie with the winky face. People were like, the articles being written about it is like, oh, she's so mad. Danielle Harris starts a feud with the creators of the new Halloween, starting shade with Jamie Lee Curtis. I was like, no, now hold on.
People are allowed to have fun every once in a while.
Yeah, and of course, she probably is upset, but she's not going to take it to a personal degree as people are saying that she is. She's not 12 years old, all right? She can handle a little, shit happens.
Hair color would be, one reason. Judy Greer.
Yeah.
Matches, I guess.
It could be anything. Seriously.
Just get some new faces in there.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
It could come down to, connection-wise, I feel. It could be, I don't know, do you want another Scream Queen to bury Jamie Lee Curtis?
Pay? It could be pay, too.
Yeah. I don't think so.
It could be anything.
Yeah, it could literally be anything. I wish she was in it. Don't get me wrong. I really do. Especially because she took on the throne of the Halloween franchise when it wasn't good. When Jamie Lee Curtis stepped away, back when it was still good, and when things, Danielle Harris took it when it was shitty.
Yeah.
So even when going into the Rob Zombie film, which is actually could be one of the reasons that she didn't get casted for this. Mm-hmm. Everything comes back. Karma, You made us go through hell. Now you go through it.
Wow. Okay.
That's really all I got to say about that. I love Danielle Harris. I really wish she was in it, but she's not. RIP. But don't take her tweet personally.
Right.
Her Facebook post. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Let's move on to our last topic of the day: Twilight Zone to be rebooted. Why? First of all, but. The Rod Serling created series ran for 5 seasons on CBS from 1959 to 1964. Which you younger ones out there, you should go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, despite it being that old. That's all I'm saying. But producers from CBS Television Studios retained the rights to the cult classic and will executive produce the new take for it. Now, sources say the show hails from Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Banner, with Marco Ramirez, who did the Netflix Marvel dramas The Defenders and Daredevil, Sons of Anarchy. So some good shit, okay?
Yeah.
Is set to pen the script and serve as a showrunner. Well, my goodness.
Okay.
Why? Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Now, so CBS All Access declined comment on Peele and Ramirez's involvement, as official details have not yet been revealed beyond Moonves' initial announcement.
Yeah.
So it's expected. Okay.
Yes.
But now Peele found success, of course, with his horror feature Get Out, which we have a review on. All right. Look up there. Not a bad movie, though, obviously. So many have described that as the African-American version of the Twilight Zone. I don't know if that really fits.
It could very well have fit as an episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie. Started off 2017 strong.
Yeah,
it really did.
It's actually one of the few good horror films this year. And honestly, Jordan Peele came out strong.
Yeah, Key and Peele. Went from Key and Peele to, hey, I'm original.
Yeah, I have legitimate talent.
Yes.
And can create drama and tell a real and intriguing story.
Yes.
So him taking on Twilight Zone, yeah, that's totally fine with that.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to Jordan Peele on board.
Yeah, and having Ramirez right, that's a good scoop.
Yes.
That's a really good scoop.
Yes.
As for whether they're going to take it, I don't know. But I don't. If you ever watch Sons of Anarchy, it has absolutely brilliant writing. So run with it. It should be good.
Yes.
I don't really see it failing there. Now remakes, things being rebooted lately haven't been going too well, as you see with stuff like Jigsaw. Everything. Just everything being rebooted right now. You can even be Puppet Master, Jigsaw, Friday the 13th failed. Halloween.
Halloween's
There's still a chance.
Yeah.
Please, God.
That'll be the one.
But we've been seeing a lot of failures lately. Twilight Zone has it's a very different entity compared to those.
Yes.
So I'm hoping. I really am. But that is going to wrap up today's episode of Slashcast. Let us know what you guys think about today's topics, especially about that roadmap. I really want to know your opinions. All right. But with that, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Editor, roll that outro. Hey, you. Thanks for watching this episode of Slashcast. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and click that box right down there to check out last week's episode.
Also, if you want to check out the film the fans are calling the best fan film of all time, make sure you click that box right down there to check out our Friday the 13th fan film.
While you're at it, click that circle right there to subscribe to our channel. Never miss a video again.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.